The casting for the 1954 film Creature from the Black Lagoon was a careful process. Julie Adams was chosen for her role as Kay Lawrence, the lead female character, after impressing producers with her acting skills and screen presence. Richard Carlson, playing ichthyologist Dr. David Reed, was selected for his experience and ability to carry the leading man role. Richard Denning took on the part of Mark Williams, the expedition's financial backer, bringing a certain intensity to the character. The role of the Creature, also known as the Gill Man, was split between two actors. Ricou Browning portrayed the Creature in underwater scenes due to his swimming expertise, while Ben Chapman played the Creature on land, chosen for his height and build. The chemistry among the cast and their ability to bring the characters to life was evident from the start, making the film a memorable classic. In the 1954 film Creature from the Black Lagoon, director Jack Arnold crafted a thrilling story about a mysterious creature in the Amazon. His vision was to create a sense of fear and wonder. Inspired by the Universal horror films of the 1930s, Arnold's style was straightforward, focusing on the suspense and the unknown. He worked closely with actors and the crew to bring the creature, which he saw as both scary and pitiful, to life. The film used music, lighting, and camera angles to create a tense atmosphere. Arnold's collaboration with the team resulted in a movie that still captures audiences today with its simple yet powerful storytelling. Welcome to a journey back to 1954 with the classic film Creature from the Black Lagoon. This movie takes us to the depths of the Amazon, where a group of scientists discover a prehistoric creature. The adventure that unfolds is filled with moments that will surprise you, make you laugh, and maybe even make you a bit sad. Now, I'd like to ask you a couple of questions. Have you ever watched this movie and found yourself holding on to a special memory? Maybe it was the first time you saw it, or perhaps it was an experience you shared with someone important. What's your story? We're eager to hear about your personal connection to Creature from the Black Lagoon, so please share your stories and memories in the comments below. Your experiences add to the rich history of this film and keep the spirit of classic cinema alive. The 1954 film Creature from the Black Lagoon was shot at Universal Studios and in Florida. The underwater scenes were particularly challenging and required innovative filming techniques. A large tank was built at the studio for actors to perform in, and a special underwater camera was designed to capture the action. The crew faced difficulties with lighting and visibility underwater, but they overcame these with creative solutions like using more lights and clearer water. The Creature suit was another highlight, designed to be flexible and realistic underwater, which was a new achievement at the time. The film is remembered for its pioneering work in underwater filming and special effects. The film Creature from the Black Lagoon, released in 1954, remains a standout in the genre of monster movies. Its underwater photography and musical score are particularly noteworthy, contributing to the overall atmosphere of the film. The Creature, also known as the Gill Man, is a testament to creative design and execution, enduring through time and never falling into the trap of becoming cliché or laughable. This character, alongside the Wolfman, holds a special place as a favorite among Universal's gallery of monsters. Viewing the film after many years, the experience is far from the slow and murky ride one might expect. The black and white cinematography brings iconic shots to life, and the underwater sequences are impressively executed. The creature's design is as convincing on land as it is in water, with its claws being a highlight that ties back to the film's opening discovery. Despite the era in which it was made, the dialogue and action hold up well, offering little room for mockery. From the beginning, the film is engaging, with frequent costume changes for the character Julie and captivating underwater scenes. The creature's mirrored movements with the heroine in the water add a magical touch to the film's visual storytelling. Overall, the film stands as a well-crafted piece of cinema that continues to enchant audiences without resorting to outdated tropes or forced humor. The film's score for Creature from the Black Lagoon was created to match the suspense and adventure of the story. The music sets the mood for each scene, whether it's calm and peaceful or tense and frightening. Composer Henry Mancini worked with others like Hans J. Salter and Hermann Stein to craft a soundtrack that supports the film's atmosphere. They use different instruments and rhythms to bring out the feelings of mystery and danger that are key to the movie. The music plays a big role in making the audience feel the emotions of the characters and the thrilling moments of the plot. During the time of global conflict, Nestor Paiva, who later appeared in the classic film, contributed to the war effort by working at Lockheed Aircraft. His colleague Richard Carlson brought his own heritage to the screen, with a father of Danish origin. Meanwhile, Redwing challenged the myths of the Old West, asserting that Hollywood's portrayal of quick-draw gunfighters was far from the truth. According to him, the real outlaws of the past were not as fast as depicted, and often resorted to ambush tactics, meeting their end in the same manner they lived. These insights offer a glimpse into the lives of those involved in the making of the film, revealing personal histories and perspectives that shaped their work and the stories they told on screen. The 1954 film Creature from the Black Lagoon has several memorable scenes that stand out for their direction, acting, and camera work. One such scene is the underwater encounter between the creature and the female lead. The director uses a mix of close-ups and wide shots to create a sense of both intimacy and danger. The actress's calm performance contrasts with the creature's aggressive movements, heightening the tension. The clear water and natural light give these shots a timeless quality, making the audience feel like they are witnessing a dance between two different worlds. The filmmakers and actors have shared that they aimed to create a scene that was both thrilling and beautiful, showing the creature not just as a monster, but as a lonely being drawn to something it could not understand. This scene has left a lasting impression on viewers for its emotional depth and visual beauty. In the early stages of their careers, the cast of the classic film experienced unique shifts and ventures. Julie Adams, known for her role in the film, made a significant change at 22 years old by legally changing her name from Betty May to Julie during her contract with Universal Pictures. Richard Carlson, another key actor, initially aimed to be a playwright before taking on a role as an English instructor at the University of Minnesota. Richard Denny, also featured in the film, later moved to Maui with his wife Evelyn Ankers. There, he dedicated himself to local community work, becoming an executive director of the Boy Scouts of America and serving as the honorary president of the Maui Chamber of Commerce. The 1954 film Creature from the Black Lagoon had a significant effect on both culture and society. It connected with people by tapping into fears and curiosities about the unknown, using the creature to symbolize deeper anxieties of the era. The movie influenced popular culture by inspiring a series of similar movies and characters becoming a classic monster figure. It also sparked conversations about science and ethics, particularly in the context of exploration and the treatment of other beings. This film is a part of the early discussions on environmental conservation and the impact of human activities on nature. In the late 1950s, Redwing recognized Jerry Lewis as a quick study in the art of fast draw, a skill that Lewis was to display in a proposed film titled Snap Happy. The movie, set to be directed by Edward D. Mitrick, would have featured Lewis as a Civil War photographer. Despite the intriguing premise, the project did not come to fruition. Meanwhile, Nestor Paiva, another actor from the same era, shared the screen with his children in the film Comanche. This appearance marked the only time his children acted, playing roles of a young boy and girl. Before his acting career took off, Paiva had aspirations to become a teacher, having studied at the University of San Francisco, which is known for its Jesuit heritage. The 1954 movie Creature from the Black Lagoon was well received for its time, praised for its innovative underwater filming and special effects. The film's story of a prehistoric beast elicited a mix of fear and curiosity from audiences, securing its place as a classic in the horror genre. While it did not win major awards, its influence was significant, inspiring future films and leaving a lasting mark on the horror and science fiction genres. For those involved in the film, this success meant recognition for their work and the opportunity to be part of a movie that has been enjoyed by generations. The film's enduring popularity is a testament to the skill of its creators and its ability to connect with viewers even decades later. This film earned a spot on the American Film Institute's list of 400 nominated movies for the top 100 most heart-pounding American movies. The behind-the-scenes talent included Redwing, known for his military expertise. On the set of another film, he trained 3,000 actors in authentic military drills, a feat still admired today. The creature itself was brought to life by two stuntmen using different suits to suit their environments, one lighter for underwater scenes and another darker for land scenes, showcasing the practical effects that were state-of-the-art at the time. During the filming of Creature from the Black Lagoon, the cast and crew faced unique challenges. The creature's suit was quite heavy and made it hard for the actor to move, especially in the water scenes. It was also difficult to see through the mask, so the actor had to practice moving blindly underwater. The filming took place in Florida and California, where real alligators and snakes were a common sight, adding to the sense of adventure on set. The lead actress had to hold her breath for long periods while filming underwater scenes, which was both scary and exhausting. Despite these challenges, the team worked together to create a movie that has thrilled audiences for decades. In the heart of Fresno, a family of Portuguese descent ran a grocery store where Nestor Paiva, one of 12 siblings, grew up. His journey took him to Hollywood, where he became part of a classic film that blended myth and reality. The story seed was planted at a dinner party where William Allen, an actor in Citizen Kane, learned of Amazonian legends from Gabriel Figueroa. This encounter led Allen to pen The Sea Monster, drawing inspiration from the timeless tale of Beauty and the Beast. A decade later, Morris Zim would expand upon these notes, culminating in a screenplay co-written by Harry Essex and Arthur Ross. Rod Redwing, known for his exceptional marksmanship, often showcased his skills to aid charitable endeavors, particularly supporting Native American communities. His performances, including winning the 1963 National Walk and Draw Championship, not only entertained but also served a greater cause. His commitment extended to serving on the board of the Los Angeles Indian Center, reflecting his dedication to giving back to the community. The 1954 film Creature from the Black Lagoon is a classic that has influenced many movies that came after it. It was one of the first to show a monster as a misunderstood being rather than just a villain. This idea has been used in many stories since then. The movie also used underwater filming techniques that were new at the time. These techniques have helped other filmmakers create their own underwater scenes. The creature's design has inspired the look of other movie monsters. It showed that you can make a creature look real and scary using practical effects, which are special effects made without computers. This film is remembered for its story, the way it was made, and the creature itself. It has inspired other movies and shows, proving that good stories and characters can be timeless. In April of 1954, a film received the X certificate from the British Board of Film Censors and made its debut at the London Pavilion in December of the same year. Despite its eventual cult status, its initial showing in London's West End lasted only 3 weeks. Among the cast, Julie Adams was notable for her longevity, living until 2019 when she passed away at 92 years old. The director, Jack Arnold, aimed to evoke a deep sense of fear with this film, tapping into the primal dread of the unknown that lurks beneath the water's surface. This approach to storytelling was intended to maximize the audience's anticipation and anxiety. Julie Adams shared the screen with Rock Hudson in a series of films during the early 1950s, showcasing a dynamic partnership that spanned genres from war dramas to westerns. Their collaboration included titles such as Bright Victory and Bend of the River. Meanwhile, Richard Denning brought to life the character of George Cooper alongside Lucille Ball in the radio comedy My Favorite Husband. Despite the show's success and a television offer, Ball chose to work with her real-life spouse, Daisy Arnaz, instead. In another instance, Antonio Moreno, a well-known actor of the time, made claims about his education that were later found to be unsubstantiated by the school he mentioned. These pieces of history highlight the varied backgrounds and paths taken by actors in the classic era of cinema. After serving in World War II, Richard Carlson faced the common soldier's struggle of returning to civilian life, where jobs were scarce. Meanwhile, Julie Adams, a star in the film, was celebrated for her physical beauty, with claims that her legs were the most symmetrical and insured for a significant sum. During filming, Adams sustained a minor injury, not from the scripted events, but from an accidental scrape against the cave set, a risk heightened by the limited vision both she and the stuntman experienced due to their respective roles and costumes. The 1954 film Creature from the Black Lagoon has been a memorable part of many people's lives. If you have stories or memories about how this movie touched your life or changed the way you see films, please share them with us. Your experiences can inspire others and show how classic movies live on in our hearts. Hit like, share this video, and subscribe for more trips down memory lane and discussions about the movies that have shaped our world. Your voice matters, and we love hearing from you. Let's keep the conversation going and the memories alive. Share your story today.